Alrighty. We're not going to eat any babies today. Let's go. So we're just doing the exact same thing we did inside, outside. You see, he's responsible for keeping the leash loose. If I feel that he's losing focus, he's going off in another direction, I give a little tug on the leash and then I go in the opposite direction. So he's always got to go with me. I'm going to go whatever direction I want and he follows. So I always think of distance, duration, and distraction. So you can see his hackles are raised, his eyebrows are wrinkled. So he's a little too close to that distraction of the kid moving around. So I'm increasing the distance from the distraction, making the situation a little bit easier. And you can toggle these different factors so that you can make the situation either easier or harder for your dog if you're working on challenging them and making them more reliable in different situations. He's sniffing, which is good. The more we can get dogs to use their nose in a stressful situation, the better, because that's a way that they calm themselves down. But you see, he's in total avoidance right now. Not looking at me, and he's not looking at them. Wrinkled forehead. Let's go. So I keep everything about what I'm doing the same. You know, my hands are just relaxed at my side. You know, all of this is the same. He's got to adapt to be in this safe space right by my leg. So this is the zone where he is not going to feel the leash at all. So I actually don't mind that he's sniffing here, because that's a lot better than barking at that little kid. And he's calming himself down. It's a good thing. So sometimes if you give them the opportunity to make a choice, they'll actually make the right one. And now you have a way to control him should he make the wrong choice. Okay, you big lug. All right, little doorway protocol you can do. So the door opens the more that he waits. There we go, good boy. All right, good boy, let's go. Ideally, if you can go out the door first, that's best. Not really from an alpha perspective, but more just for safety, because you don't want your dog rushing out and possibly deciding to get worried about something. So getting Mooshie started with the e-collar, pretty simple, pretty low stress. Okay. You want a kiss? Thank you. Okay, so all we're going to do is pair the sensation of the e-collar with him coming to me for a treat. And I'll show you how I do that. Basically, first we've got to find his level. And the way we'll do that, I'm just going to hit the button at a low level. We'll try a 3 out of 100. And we're just looking for any kind of difference in Mooshie, like his ears might move, his expression might change, he might look like, huh, what was that? I have a feeling he'll be sensitive, but we'll see. So he moved his head right when I hit the button. We'll see. Yeah, I think he feels a 3. So we'll go down to a 2. No, I don't think so. So we'll stick with the 3. And basically all we're doing is associating it with me going backwards and him coming to me. So, ready? Yes. Yes. Yummy. Yes. 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 Good boy. Ready? Yes. All right, I'm going to call that it. Because he's getting it, and that gives him a little time to process. So because Mooshie is so incredibly strong, he has learned that he can use, his weight to kind of push you around and not have to do things he doesn't want to do. So I recommend holding the leash basically right by his head. And it's just non-negotiable. He's got to go in the crate. Oh, and you need the bark collar too. Because it's kind of like having an electric fence with a horse. You would never just have the fence on sometimes. Like you would never just have your gate closed sometimes in your yard. You always want to make sure that the barrier is there, the barrier to barking. And remember, this is just kind of an interrupter level stim. This is not terribly painful. It's just more meant to get their attention. Okay. Good. So let's practice that a few times. Okay, free. So I'm using kind of a pulsing like that, as opposed to just a solid pull, because he can pull back just as hard as I can pull him, kind of an opposition reflex. You know, he leans back with all his weight, but if I don't give him anything to lean back against, then he can't do that. Free. And the same thing holds true for the crate door. The dog has to wait in order for the crate door to open. They're not allowed to cross the threshold unless I tell them it's okay. Free. Come on, bud. Good boy, yay. Good boy. I know you're probably very thirsty.